welcome back to my channel. Things are starting to get going here finally. Yes, the weather is still crappy and looks like it's going to be that way for a while, but I did manage to get one event in with the car so far this year. A little over a week ago I took part in my first no prep event. This is a new organization here in Quebec called the 2 Streetcar Challenge, and this was the very first event. What they were looking for are street legal cars. That means licensed, insured, DOT tires, QTPs are DOT rated. Originally they said no cages, although later on they did decide to allow cages, which I'm fine with. It's a safety thing, I don't really care. Technically cages are illegal for streetcars here in Quebec, but if you haven't been caught, hey, good for you. Still no cage in this car, and I don't plan on it. Some people are going to say I'll cage it anyways, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So anyways, in my last video you saw that I changed all the fluids in the car, felt the car was pretty well ready to go, and so I loaded her up and took it out to the track. Now the event took place at the Santa Super Speedway and Drag Strip in St. Pete, Quebec. Just about an hour and a half from me, so not too bad. This facility used to be, I believe it's a 1/3 mile oval track as well as a 1/4 mile drag strip, and it used to host Top Fuel dragsters back in the 70s, 80s, and maybe early 90s, but due to political reasons and people not minding their own damn business, things got shut down, and for the most part it sits idle most of the time. It's a beautiful facility, but due to the lack of ability to do anything and generate income, it's kind of gone to shit, honestly, which is such a shame. It's probably the largest facility we have in the area within reasonable driving distance. It's a 1/4 mile drag strip with a 3/4 mile deceleration area. So you've got 1 full mile of nice flat straight track. They do the occasional Friday night drag racing, but it's a no prep, and a lot of just slower street cars go to it. There's nothing really quick that goes there because you can't get traction, so people don't bother going. And they have the occasional weekend event, but that's about it, which is a shame. So anyways, the organizers of the 2 Street event decided to use this facility because for a no prep event, hey, this is perfect. Your starting line is bare concrete. There hasn't been any traction compound put down on this track since probably 1991. So whatever is there from a few streetcars on Friday nights on regular radials, that's what you got. So it's pretty much like driving on the street. So anyways, I took off that morning. It was actually raining at home. Wasn't looking too promising that day, but as I got about halfway there, the rain stopped, and it actually held out the entire day. There was no more rain, and by the time I got there, the track was all dry, and we got situated, got the car unloaded. Although the rain and the weather did scare off some people, there wasn't a huge attendance. There was a lot of people confirmed to show up, but they never did, unfortunately. But we made the best of what we could and what we had. I still had a great time. Car performed very well. There were 2 classes, street legal and super street, for cars that are a little more not quite street legal. Anyways, so I figured this car being uncaged, running pump gas, DOT legal tires, this will fit right into the street legal class. So before noon they gave us some time, maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours to do some practice runs, get a feel for the track, and to see how our cars were going. I went out, made 2 passes. The first one, I forgot to hit the start button on my GoPro. Yeah, season opener, so things were a little rusty. And for whatever reason, I totally forgot to film any commentary or whatever at the track. So here we are. Talking to the camera is not my forte, but do it anyways. So I made a couple practice runs. Car felt strong. These were just solo passes by myself. I had no idea what to expect. This was a no time event. Started by a hand drop. So first time for me doing this, and I gave it a go. So after lunch, we started doing the actual eliminations. They threw the names in a hat, picked names, and I guess I'll let the video do the talking. Things went really well for me. I won pretty much every race, and at the end, I paired up with the winner of the Super Street class to, I guess, to get an overall winner of the day. And that was the tightest race of the day, and one of the tightest races I've ever probably had in my life, honestly, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. It was a great race. Two completely different cars. We had my car, a turbo all-wheel drive DSM 5-speed on pump gas, up against Etienne's, I believe it's an 84 Firebird automatic nitrous V8. I had seen him race at the local 1/8 mile track before, and I knew his car it's pretty damn fast out of the hole. So I knew I had to get the jump on him to have any sort of a chance against him. He is out of my class, but I gave it everything I had. So I guess I'll let the video do the speaking for that. I got out of the hole and got a good lead on him, and he caught me just at the very end. You'll see in the in-cabin footage that, oh man, there couldn't have been more than like 20 feet before the end. You can see the cone in the video just in the corner of the screen, and that's the finish line. And he passed me just before the cone. So he took the win for overall. I took the trophy for Street Legal Champion of the Day. And we all had a lot of fun. So there's going to be 3 more events like that this year, and I'm hoping to attend as many as I can. And we'll throw some more power down and see how I can do. Anyway, so I'll let the video do the rest of the talking. So this is my first attempt at a no prep event with no times and just a hand start. So it's a little different from what I'm used to, but I gave it what I had and had a lot of fun doing it. So, anyways, we'll have some more events coming up in not too long. The Super Street Power Added takes place on June 23rd, and I might hit the 8th mile track a couple times, or at least once before then. So there'll definitely be some footage of some more racing coming, and whatever else comes up along the way. Who knows? I might break it. Maybe we'll get a transmission video. And we still do have an all-wheel drive swap video coming. I've been doing some prep work for that, and stay tuned. There will be more. normally runs 5s in the 8th mile.